welcome back to Fun with Nails. My name is Tina and welcome. Thank you for joining me. And today we're gonna do another flower inspired mani. This is gonna be a mani for Marcy's Mischievous Manis in Stacey's group. And let's see. I was really wanting the full nails. Let's see. So let's do that one and we'll do this one. So that's going to be my middle finger. We'll do that one for the ring. Do, 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 do. And if you like the content of these videos, please give it a thumbs up. And if you are not already, please subscribe. And then also, if you could, please go join and watch some of my friends here on YouTube that also do Color Street. Their names are Taylor, Stacey, Marie, and Heatha, and I'm forgetting somebody else. Amanda. So yes, check all those ladies out. I will have them all linked below in the description. So far I pulled out Poppy That and Flower Power. So we got Poppy That and Flower Power. And I'm going to, actually I can swap these. Let's try that. Okay. And this one is Night Terror, which is a beautiful purple, and it'll kind of pop off of that purple. So these are all leftovers from other manis that I've done. Let's see, need an index. I can't go on my index. And these will do my pinkies. They're tight to do my pinkies, but I can make them work. Okay. And if you can hear in the background, my air conditioning's running. So weird how I went from heat last week to air conditioning this week. It's just like that. It's like the all of a sudden somebody turned the heat on. It's been crazy. We're in the 70s and 80s this week, and yeah, go from wearing hoodies to wearing tank tops. Crazy. Tang agrees. She was just eating and then she just came through the door and she meowed. Like she's agreeing with me. She's like, yep. So I had to turn the AC on. It was so stuffy. Storms went through and it got really stuffy in here. So I had to turn my AC on. And for anybody that doesn't know, I live in southeast Minnesota. So yeah, it has taken a while for us to get some warmer weather, but we finally got it. We finally got it. Just got hair everywhere. I do have a base coat on, so where my strips go down, that's where they stay. Because they just stick right to that base coat. And I've got some major hangnails going on. I've been trying to remember to do my cuticle oil more regularly. It just, sometimes life gets in the way and you just don't do it as often as you should. And that's what's going on there. It happens. Usually my husband leaves for work Monday mornings, and today they had nothing for him to do until this afternoon, so he didn't go to work until this afternoon. So it just kind of threw off my whole game plan. I had kind of planned on doing my nails a little earlier. Yeah, so much for that. He had the truck home for the weekend, so he didn't have to drive through all of the rummage sale area. And for me not to have to drive through all of it to go and pick him up. So he got to bring the truck home over the weekend. Well, then when he started his day this afternoon, they sent him up north. So he couldn't head through the base area where he works in order to drop off his paperwork for last week. So when he left, I ended up driving to the office to drop off his paperwork for last week so that he can get paid this week. It's crazy. Just doesn't want to clean off of there. It's just really sticky. Come out of there. I think it's just some dry skin down in there that just doesn't want to come off of there. There we go. All right, I'm gonna put flower power over the top of this. To kind of give it a double flower look. And I know this is going to be too big because this is a thumb. Ah. And just get all this cleaned up the sides. stuck to me. There we go. And I know yesterday was Mother's Day. I hope everyone that watches that's a mother, I hope you had a fantastic Mother's Day. I did not see any of my children, but I did get texts from them. They all ended up working. I even got a happy Mother's Day from one of my future daughter-in-laws. Very near future too. For anybody that's new, my youngest son is getting married in July. So that's coming up very soon. And his birthday is actually this week. He will be turning 28 on the 13th. He was my Friday the 13th baby. He's the youngest of 3. So I have 3 boys, and my husband and I, we met in 2015, so we haven't been together a whole long time, but we were together for a couple of years before we got married. And he has 3 children. He has 2 boys and a girl. So together we have 5 boys and 1 girl. So it's very busy. And then I have no grandchildren on my side, but we have 12 grandchildren on his side. So we keep very very busy. All of his children live pretty close. Two of them live here in town, and then one lives 45 minutes south. His daughter lives 45 minutes south of us. And then my boys, my middle lives I'm trying to think. He's about an hour south of us. Southwest, actually. And then my oldest and my youngest live 3 hours north of us. So yeah, it can be pretty busy. So I don't get to see my my oldest and my youngest too often. And I don't see my middle very often either. They get so busy, and especially with how much they work. Oh, they all work so much. Milk, get out of there. She's playing in the blinds on the window. Milk. I don't know what her fantasy is with the window right now, because it's It's dark out, so I don't know why she wants to be in the blinds. Now Tang's going over to help her because she thinks with Milk's in there, I need to be in there too. I need to shorten up my middle and my ring fingers here pretty soon because they're starting to get to where I'm not going to be able to use one strip for two nails. They're just barely fitting right now. I have to take flax bag to these when I'm done. I got a wrinkle right there, and I felt one on one of these other right there. So I have to take flax bag to them and kind of even them out. Okay, so now Milk got out, and now Tang's in the window. These cats, I'll tell you. Been leaving the front door open, and they'll go and sit at the screen door. They'll sit at the screen door and they'll put their little paws on the bottom of the window, and they'll look out. So dang cute. And then if there's a little noise, Tang will jump and she'll take off and she'll run. She's such a scaredy cat. She doesn't like other people except for me and my husband, and she's just recently started going more around my husband, which is funny because we've had them since they were 6 weeks old, and they are now two years old. My stepson, his cat had kittens, and these two are kittens from one of the litters. Actually, I believe it was her. No, it was her second litter. I wanted to say her first litter, but it was her second litter because the first litter, none of the kittens made it. So these two are from her second litter, and I know she did have another litter after that. But yeah, Tang is just, I don't know, she's more of a, she kind of more or less wants to kind of be left on her own, and she'll come around when she's ready. She doesn't like anyone picking her up, but she'll come and she'll jump on my lap. She'll do that multiple times a day. She's just more recently gotten to where she likes me to brush her. And she lets me do that daily. She doesn't have a problem with me trimming her claws, because I started that with them when they were really young. So she doesn't have a problem with that. I love this night terror. So she lets me do that. So I usually trim their claws every other week. And I have no problem with them not using the scratching posts. They use them all the time. And I think it was in my last video I had mentioned about them. Tang likes to use the horizontal scratchers and Milk likes to use the vertical scratchers. So they all get used around here, that's for sure. Tang will use the vertical scratchers, she just prefers the horizontal ones. So the two places that they scratch the most, I do have both vertical and horizontal scratchers for the two of them. And I just saw Milk out of the corner of my eye on top of something that she shouldn't be on. Oh, she's okay there. A little bit on my cuticle there. I love this Night Terror. It's so pretty. And this mani is almost done. I'm gonna try and I've got some Color Street coming, which should be here, I'm hoping tomorrow. So maybe I'll get a nail mail video posted this week too. I've been trying not to order too much lately because money's just been on the tighter side lately, but when you hit that $5 D-Stash group, I'll tell you, it's addicting. Especially when you're looking for something. There we go. So I got Flower Power and Poppy That with Night Terror. I like how that turned out. These ones are cute too. Okay. That's it. So I'll see you in the next one. Bye.